Hello, everyone, and welcome to Answer the Call. We're talking with Grumpy Eye, and he is a YouTuber that I came across and watched a video of on stream, and I didn't agree with some of it, let's say. And he made a response video, and it was funny, and we went back and forth for a while, and then we started talking a little bit more, and I was like, hey, you should come on the podcast, and we should talk. And then even more recently, there was like some org thing, a video that I watched that he was involved with too, and I think we'll touch on that for like a few seconds, probably. But like most of these go, I love to learn more about the creator, where they came from, how they got into Star Citizen, all those things, and just see where the conversation goes. But I do imagine that we'll talk quite a bit about 317, the future, things like that. So without further ado, Grumpy Eye, welcome to the podcast. Hello, how are you?
Hello, thank you. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. We were expecting to start out with like 2 massive bottles of Coke, and because that's
I got
like
my Pepsi here. I don't know about you, but like
I'm on like a strictly no sugar diet now, so I'm trying to be healthier because my brain hurts at work, man. It's like I actually have to think at work all the time, and it's annoying. So when I'm eating unhealthy, I actually make a lot of mistakes
at work.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah, it's sad.
I'm kidding.
Well, no, for many years, I deal poker. I don't know if you know, and for many years it was like kind of mindless of a job. I dealt the same game every day. It was super easy. And now all these other weird games are cropping up, and I have to deal them. So it's like they're more math based. You have to think, you have to figure out odds, all this other stuff. So it's and you have to do it like mega quick. It's all rudimentary math, but you have to be mega fast with it. So
yeah, I can imagine.
When you shove Red Bulls and candy down your stomach on the way to work, your brain's not going to function, right? So yeah,
dude, how old are you?
37. 37.
Well, we're basically the same age. I'm about to hit 35.
Yeah.
How's your heart like if you're drinking that much Red Bull?
I get heart palpitations, so I should that's why I cut out caffeine as well. Do you know what like Cuban coffee is? It's like mega strong, like it's in a tiny little cup. They call it Cuban coffee in Miami. I don't know what it actually is. I think it's espresso, but it's like very strong.
Yeah, espresso. Yeah.
And
we have that like double espresso. That's what we call it here in Serbia.
Yeah. So I just drank one before work, but I didn't eat anything, and that's all I had. And I thought I was having a heart attack. This was in 2016, though. This was right after Citizencon in 2016. I came back, and that's what happened. And it was a mess.
Citizencon can do that to you.
Yeah, right. Especially the 2016 one. Oh my god, that was the worst one of all time.
Fucking sand one, dude.
Oh my god. Yeah, and I thought I was having a heart attack, so I went to the hospital, and they were like, it took a while. They were like, "There's nothing wrong with your heart. You're healthy. We do all these tests." And then they put a monitor on me for 24 hours, and I woke up in the middle of the night having the same feeling. And he was like, "Oh, you have heart palpitations. Just cut out caffeine and you'll be fine." And I was okay.
So, being not a native English speaker, palpitations are like arrhythmia, or is it like?
I think it's arrhythmia. It's when I think he described it as it beats twice really quick, and then not enough blood flows through on the second beat, so your body just feels super weird. Yeah, I have basically, well, not the same thing, but it's really similar. Like you wouldn't say, but I was really into sports, like before the pandemic. And I was really skinny, and like I had big muscles and all that. And I drank a lot of coffee. I like eating a lot of chocolate and all that. And I was working for a TV show, and it was just so fucking stressful. And at some point, I just had a massive fucking attack of arrhythmia. Yeah.
And it was so bad that I like ended up in the hospital.
Yep.
And in the end, it's because because of sports, my heart rate is like 50 to 60 BPM. And when my heart skips a beat, it's like 2 seconds of no blood anywhere. And like it's basically like suppression in games. It's just like your vision goes like this, and you
Yes, we have the exact same experience. I described it the exact same way. Do you know what I said? You know that when you go to see a movie trailer and it makes that sound like where it goes boo.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. It feels like yeah, like the black is coming to the middle of your eyes, and you feel like you're shutting down. Right?
Yeah,
It's
and
crazy.
you're not really sure if you're still alive or
yeah,
or what.
It's the worst
it
feeling.
can be really stressful. That's why I asked you, because like you said that you're still drinking a lot of Red Bull, and it's just like, don't.
Yeah,
Please.
I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, the only time, because I do like with streaming and working, it is difficult. I don't know if you stream, Grumpy? I don't know if you do, but I know you.
I don't.
I know you make
don't,
YouTube videos, obviously.
Yeah, I don't think that I'm like, well, first off, like doing what you do, I don't know how long you stream, because like this is like the second or the third stream that I joined of you. I don't even watch Twitch, because I gotta be honest, it's a bit of waste of time for me.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's just like watching a TV show, and I don't watch TV shows anymore. And like I did a stream on Citizencon, the last one, and it was like 7.5 hours, and my ass was hurting. I was so fucking hungry. I had to pee, and I was like, how do people do this? But yeah, that's one of the reasons. The second reason is because I don't think that I'm like that funny or interesting, so I should stream and like share myself that much to the world.
I don't think that's true, but
sweetheart.
Well, I just think, I don't know, I like streaming more than I like making YouTube videos, but I like it because I think the interactions on Twitch are fun, and like emotes and all the other stuff. I just find it fun. But I don't stream long. I usually stream between 4 and, on like a really long stream, would be 8 hours. So I play for like 4 hours usually, and then maybe watch some videos or go off and start my day.
That's not bad. Yeah,
it's not long at all. But some people, do these 12 hours every day. They're kind of crazy, right? But
I've seen some streamers, even in Star Citizen, they were like, stream has started 14 hours ago. And I was like, dude, how?
How? Why? Like, how can you play this game for this long? Yeah, exactly. It's nuts. But yeah, I mean, the longer streams I've done are like with you, like the same Citizencon. It wasn't the last Citizencon, because I didn't even watch it live, because I didn't think there was any value in watching it live. Yeah, exactly. But the one before that was like 15 hours, and I did the whole way. And that was when, I don't remember, it was like a couple of Citizencons ago, where they said they were going to make people pay, or they were only going to stream it on their website and not on Twitch. And it was just
for attending.
Yeah. This was in 2018, I think, that they wanted to charge. They, like, Chris Roberts thought he was like running Blizzard or something, and he wanted to charge $20 for us to watch Citizencon. Dude, it was so funny. Amazing. And the whole community was like, "Yeah, no, Chris, like, we'll buy your spaceships. Like, we're stupid enough to do that, but we're not dumb enough to do this. Don't try." And they pulled it back, and they did only stream on their website, which eventually crashed, and then they streamed on Twitch. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. Classic CIG.
Yeah, is that 2018 is when they announced server meshing to be done in 2019, right?
Probably. And then 2019 was when they announced that it would be done in 2020.
Yeah.
You know how the story goes, you know?
Unfortunately.
But, so what I usually do is I ask my guests how they got into Star Citizen. So this should be no different. How'd you find it? When did you find it? And what excites you about Star Citizen? What drew you to it? And what keeps you here? It's a lot of questions. Sorry.
No, it's fine. If I forget something, just ask me again.
No problem.
It was 2012.
Okay.
And it was the Kickstarter. I saw it. I don't know. Maybe it was IGN or whatever. I don't remember. But I remember that I was 24. I was. Because I'm a music producer, I stopped producing the music that I was producing for like, I don't know, 5-6 years, and I switched to like pop, and I didn't have like many clients, and my girlfriend broke up with me, and I was really desperate. And when I saw that game, dude, like the promises, I was like, ooh, yeah, I need that in my life right now.
Yeah.
So that's what like kept me going for a while, and I didn't back because it looked a bit scammy, and like.
Yeah. Same.
I got to be honest. And years and years after, I was like watching. I was researching the game. Like basically, well, in the first years, I wasn't like watching that much. I just know I knew that they were making it, and that was it. But like after, I don't know, a few years, like something sparked my interest, and I was like watching. I don't know. When did you start a channel? Because I can't really remember. I know that I watched your videos and Morphologist videos.
Well, when did I start really making videos? Was probably like 2 years ago.
For YouTube. 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe 3? No, it had to be like 3 years ago. It had to be before the pandemic.
Okay.
So yeah, 3 years ago.
Okay, so yeah, I was watching your videos. I was watching Morphologist videos. It was even before you started doing like YouTube that much. And I was watching. I can't fucking remember. It's not Forrester. It's the guy that was doing like DPS counters and all of that. Subliminal.
Yeah. Oh my God, his name's escaping me. Zilla.
Subliminal.
Rexzilla.
Rexzilla, maybe. Yeah. I don't remember. So yeah, I was just like watching those videos, and I was like, yeah, maybe because like there's something to actually do in the game now. I should hop in, and then like the pandemic happened, and I basically lost all the like it was really bad, and it is still bad in Serbia, and I basically lost all the clients that I had because like they had to. Why would they pay for a music producer if they need to like feed their family basically?
Yeah.
And they had like no jobs, no gigs, no nothing. And yeah, I was so bored. I didn't play games for like I played Squads for like in Project Reality before that because that's like the predecessor of Squad. I played it for like 10 years maybe, but it was like on and off.
Okay.
And after a while, because when the pandemic struck, my friend told me, yeah, you should try Red Dead Redemption 2 because you never played it. And I played it and I was like, oh, dude, I actually like games again.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'm probably going to try Star Citizen. So yeah, that's the short answer to your long question. And it was like the end of 2020 or the beginning of 2021, something like that.
So pandemic boredom really is kind of what brought you in. Interesting. Yeah. That's cool.
Well, boredom. Yeah.
I mean,
having nothing to do, and basically boredom.
Yeah, I mean that's
maybe depression. Depression, but yeah.
That's what brought me back to gaming as well. I was playing poker mostly, like pretty, I guess like semi-professionally. I made money, but I didn't do it like very seriously or play very big. And one day they just stopped allowing it in the US, that like all the websites had this FBI logo on them and everything. It was crazy. It was scary. And we did get our money back. Well, I got my money back from one site and not from another. But where I had most of my money, I got the money back. But then I had nothing to do. And I was like, you know, the things that I would do in the afternoon before I went to work, because I worked at night, I just had nothing to do. And I was like, oh, should I go back and start playing games again? What games did I play? And it was this Ultima Online game. And that's how I found Star Citizen, was on a forum.
I never played that.
Dude, it was amazing. It was the first MMO ever. It was made in 1997. And it, you know, the art style is like crazy bad and all that stuff, but it is the thing that started all. Like, you ever hear shards described as like server shards? It's that comes from Ultima Online lore, where like the bad guy broke a crystal that held the world, and it broke into a bunch of shards, and that's what they named the worlds that you were on. So this is the Pacific shard and the Atlantic shard and all that stuff. So a little Ultima Online lore for you guys.
The first MMO that I know of was the World of Warcraft.
Yep, that's
the first major MMO that I've heard of.
No, UO was crazy big, but then World of Warcraft came in and just was like, yep, we're better. and I never played WoW out of spite because it killed Ultima for me. For like the game died because everyone went to play WoW.
Yeah, I never played it because I knew that I would probably lose my life playing that. And like I have a friend, well, not really a close friend, but like he's like sold a sword or his character or something for like $8,000 or euros. And like, how does that work in a game? Like he raided something and he got the sword and he then sold it, and I was like, okay. Yeah, maybe I should try it, but yeah, like it would just take too much time out of my life, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's what Star Citizen could be, though, which is scary. Is like that game that just you like. Dude, I was 16 years old, and it's the reason that I'm a poker dealer was because I like literally stopped caring about school. I was like writing down my list of things that I needed to do in the game while in class. You know, so like I feel like that's what Star Citizen is going to bring back for me, or that's what I hope Star Citizen will bring back for me. I don't know if I feel it will nowadays, but yeah, I mean that's what I was hoping for.
On that topic, I was in a clan when I was that has another connotation over there. In
Guild
the
or whatever
community,
yeah,
in a guild, having we were playing Counter-Strike 1.6.
Okay.
And I was running, like, I was not on my classes at all. I was running away just to play Counter-Strike. And we were pretty big here in Belgrade. But, yeah, like, in the end, I had, like, 376 classes that I skipped from.
Yeah.
It's like elementary school. And I almost got expelled because of that. But, yeah, like, games.
Yep, games. We love them.
Yeah,
but what keeps you here? What keeps you now? Okay, 2020 came. That was a pretty epic moment for Star Citizen. What keeps you around?
I was thinking about that for the past few months, to be honest. One of the things is obviously the YouTube channel that I made.
Yep.
9 months
it's fun,
ago.
Right?
Yeah. But it's basically my org. We don't really play Star Citizen that much right now because like 317 is gonna be maybe a bit better if they fix the
stability
bugs from it. Oh yeah, it's not even the stability. I don't know if you tested it out. Like, did you try stomping a guy on the ground? Like you do a 180 stomp the fucking sky and then you take head damage and you bleed out. It's amazing. Like, I don't know how they managed to like bug that out, but like they probably changed a font somewhere and like that bug just happened. But yeah, like if they fix those things, if they fix the inventory system so you can actually like transfer all or like shift click or whatever, so you can actually do raids on bunkers and earn money from the equipment, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like my org, basically, the shortest answer will be that my org is keeping me playing this. And PvP, like PvP is the only interesting thing to me right now because there's nothing else to do. Like PvP is the only thing in this game that like brings you some variety because you never know what the other guy is gonna fly in. If we're talking about like bounties,
sure,
you don't know what's his like skill level. And yeah, his style of flying and all of that. So yeah, that's the only interesting thing to me right now. Like I've done it all, and it's just stale and boring right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think the game obviously needs like a purposeful economy and all these other things. And I think it has like a good-ish groundwork to be fun. Obviously, the worlds look amazing. Yeah. Anytime you look right, look left, look forward, it's pleasant to look at, even in the unpleasant places like a Hurston or whatever, right? But in the end, I feel like you and I are probably the same.
New river.
Yeah, or the new river. True. I feel like you just kind of need purpose. Like, why am I playing? I don't understand at this moment, right?
Like, sorry to cut you off, but like when I saw the new clouds on Hurston, even though I don't really like them and I don't understand why they made it like that, but when you're like standing next to Lorville and you're looking at the structure over there and the clouds above, and then you realize how beautiful this is and how homely it is, but there's nothing to do there. You have like 3 NPCs. Hurston gives you a single mission. I never got like a second mission from him. You have Eckhart, and he's gonna be transferred to Delamar at some point when we have Pyro. And you have like Clovis that like bugs into the ground and gives you one mission that doesn't work.
Yeah.
So yeah, like if there was a reason to spend more time on planets, that would be amazing. But there's no reason right now.
Yeah, I think like the one thing, and I don't know how you feel, but for me, I feel like they're finally like I have in the last year, maybe even in the last 6 months or 9 months, I feel like I have more patience for them and the game than I ever have before, because I feel like they're actually, even though shit's bugged and fucked up in so many ways, that I feel like they're at least working towards that purposeful gameplay for the first time in a while. So I'm kind of just for the first time going, you know what? I feel like I'm just going to take a step back a little bit here and not like get upset about some of these little issues in the game, because I feel like they're doing what I've been asking them to do for so long. Like, you see them talking about reputation. They're putting selling in. Selling has to lead to an economy change at some point. Like, they need the little pieces in to have the big picture become a thing. And a lot of the important little pieces are, like, actually being worked on now. So for the first time for me, I'm, like, way less angry about shit and way less annoyed about stuff than I usually am, because I'm like, oh, shit. They're actually doing the things that I want out of the game, and it's not just like the look pretty planet kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, it's starting to feel like a real game, but like to be honest, that like says a lot about us as gamers or as the community. We are like intrigued and amazed by the little things. Like most of the MMOs and most of the games have like selling mechanics, and now we have it after 11 years of development, and we're like, fuck yeah. That I don't really like. I don't get aggravated that much. I get aggravated and pissed off when they hype up something like the river and they deliver. I don't know how to call it. Like, it's a tier 0 river, basically.
I haven't even seen it yet. It doesn't even...
Oh, you can see it on my video. Like, dude, the river ends up into a lake, and the lake is like on a lower plane, so the river just like is basically above. It's just like I have like a 1 minute comparison of Crisis 3 river and this river that we have right now, and it's like night and day. And like Crisis 3 is from 2012.
Yeah.
It is like a tier 0, but like then again, they said that we're not gonna get any tier 0 things anymore, and that's why I get pissed off. Because like, at least if you're saying something, just like stick with it, and like don't give us a tier 0 implementation like inventory system. Did you try selling stuff to the shops?
Not yet.
317.
This is so I can really only play a good amount of hours, a good chunk of hours, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And the instability during that time was insane. And then this weekend, it got a lot better. So my opportunity to try things are going to be basically Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday coming up. So I haven't really gotten to see 317 yet.
Yeah, it's fun. I don't know if it's a design choice, to be honest. Because so first off, in the current patch in the PU, you could have dragged. So if you get a body of Ninetales guy from the bunker into your ship, you could have dragged his undersuit into the ship's inventory, and it would like drag everything he had on himself. Basically.
Are you telling me it doesn't do that anymore?
No, it doesn't.
What? And
one more thing. You go to like Grimhex to sell your stuff, and you like collect fucking 4 hours just to like loot all the bodies into the ship. You go to Grimhex, and you can't sell from the ship.
Oh yeah, you can only sell from your personal inventory for right now, right? It's got to be in your inventory.
And you gotta drag it into Grimhex's inventory.
Yeah.
Like, if that's a design choice, and I hope it's not, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, if they're doing looting right now, at least like do it so we can actually use it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's probably the best feedback you can give, because this is like 315, 316, 317 together have been like pretty monumental when it comes to bringing in things that are in every other game that are expected to be in games like this. Looting, healing, all that kind of stuff. Very, very important stuff. And like some of the choices, man, it's just like, like, okay, I understand it. Like, we all understand we're playing in alpha, but this is, it's just weird. Like, a lot of this stuff just like you shouldn't be okay with putting some of these things out, and they just seem to be totally fine with it. But like, this is the argument I've made, though, is just that we all understand the game is an alpha, but we also know that it's a live service, and they just still treat it way too much that like it's an alpha, and they're just jamming in features, and the player experience doesn't matter. But the player experience does have to matter. So some elements, like, how do we still not have a loot all? Or if we don't, why are you not doing it? You got to kind of explain that to us. At least give us a reason why. Did you want it to be really immersive? Like, that fucking immersive? If that's what you want, okay. I don't agree with it, but yeah.
Well, if we talk about immersion, like 2018 Citizencon, when they had the NPC taxi Valkyrie that like taxied there, and he like, what did he do? Like, he hacked a terminal or whatever.
Yep.
And then he went to a box, and there was a helmet there, there was an undersuit there, and he like, you can see the animation of him putting a helmet on his head. We don't have that yet, and like, I don't get it. Like, if you're doing inventory system, why even release it if it's like tier -1? Like tier like shift
third person camera, dude.
Quick. Dude, it's amazing. It's just amazing.
I lost my mind when I saw it on. I lost my mind when I saw it on ISC. I immediately started freaking out. There was a developer here, and he was like, "Oh, they can't be doing that for real. That's got to have changed by now." And he like, it never changed.
I mean, it's a cool. It's like they keep on trying to like reinvent the wheel by making it square basically. Or triangle. I don't know why. Like, there's no reason for it. Like, if you're gonna release the inventory system, at least give us like shift click or control click or command if you're on Mac. We have it in every game or in every program that we use. Yeah. Why is that not a thing?
Tier 0 should be basic functionality, right? And basic functionality in literally every game are those things. And listen, I'm almost okay with it not being in 3.15, but it not being in 3.16 and not being in 3.17 is now where it becomes unacceptable, I would say.
Dude. Yeah. And how many times did you click on the sort button in the inventory system?
Never.
But we have it. We have that. We don't have transfer all. It's just amazing, dude.
It's true. Just swap the sort button for a transfer all. I wonder why. Like, that's. I'm just really curious.
I have an idea. Okay. Well, maybe. Maybe it would be such a strain on the servers, because it has to like transfer all the. So they just want to slow us down, basically.
True.
Maybe it's that.
Dude, it's a really valid point, because do you remember? I mean, you obviously played the game, right? Do you remember when you would slide things over, and you would slide it 3 times, and then the circle would go, and then it would be in your inventory? Yeah, I think they need to slow us down a lot. So you're probably right, because it didn't even work for one item. Imagine all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. So I gotta ask you. Go ahead.
Dude, we are not devs. We are gamers. We are here. That's why I get aggravated by the White Knights. Like, we are here to make demands to make the game better. We're not here to just like be appreciative of the river, whatever state it's in, or the inventory system or whatever. We are gamers. We don't need to know what's the reason behind it. We need to tell them, dudes, this is not working. We need something better, and that's it.
Oh, Grumpy Eye, you just don't get it though. This isn't a game. This is a game development. That's the whole thing. Okay, you're a YouTuber.
I call it the business model, to be honest.
You're a YouTuber. I'm streaming and making YouTube videos. How fucking frustrating is it that like most of your content ends up being around game development and not the game?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I want to bang my head against the wall. I can't do it anymore. I made this weekend review video, and people started liking it, and now I feel like I have to follow Star Citizen's development all the time, and I'm actually starting to hate making that video. But now I'm focusing on less of the game dev side when I make it and more on like how does this change affect you in the game. But even then, having to read patch notes, having to read these things all the time, I just want to play the game and I just want to talk about the game mechanics, and it drives me insane.
Yeah. That's why I made, like, from the get-go, I made like my outside or inside Star Citizen. My show is called Outside Inside Star Citizen. I just made it like a comedic approach, and like if you watched it, you would see me crying with Jared and holding Jared and all that. So because like there's like what else is there to say? But I had a question for you.
Okay.
So you've been doing this for like 3 years, right? YouTube.
Yeah. Maybe more.
How? And how are you streaming on Twitch? Well, I guess you're playing other games, but like, how are you doing that in a contentless game? How do you make, like, I started a channel like 9 months ago, and I'm like, I have hit a bunch of like barriers or like walls and writer's blocks and all that, because like I don't know what to talk about anymore because there's no content in the game.
Because you're trying to talk about the game. So the only way that so what drives me is I love streaming. So you don't stream, right? But I absolutely love it. It's my favorite thing to do in the world. Looking at chat and seeing them post ridiculous emotes like they're doing right now, and like combinations of it just makes me laugh. It makes me feel good. It makes me happy. When you tell a joke or say something funny and they all react with an emote that's laughing, it feels good. It's one of the most satisfying feelings in the world. And I can imagine. I after a while, I was like, I really want to do this. And one of the ways to do it is to obviously make YouTube videos. And that's like one of the ways that brings people into your stream. But I started doing that only for that purpose, not because I actually enjoyed it. And then it is like this kind of a bit of a creative outlet. I've never used editing software before. I never used Photoshop. So learning all those things was really interesting and fun. And then even more so when you make a video about the game, which you can only do every once in a while, and people are like with you on that opinion, and then you even get like a message from a developer that's like, oh, I really like that or whatever. It feels good. And like all of it, the only reason I keep doing it is because it's satisfying. Even just like trying to figure out the YouTube algorithm and making a thumbnail that makes people click that isn't like super ridiculous, it feels good. Like I made a video about mining recently. That was so satisfying. It was a really good video. Yeah, like I don't make videos like that very often. That's what keeps me going. All these videos in between are just filler to stay alive, right?
Are you using Premiere, by the way?
I do, yeah.
The latest one?
Yeah.
Is it crashing?
No.
Oh, okay. It's my PC then. Sorry to cut you off.
No problem. Maybe I haven't updated it recently, but I think it auto-updates through Creative Cloud, right?
I don't know. Mine, it just keeps on crashing like over and over, and it's so annoying. Like one clip in, I open the audio mixer and it's down immediately.
I mean, I know that like people complain about Premiere crashing a lot. I fortunately have not had bad luck, but I don't do much. I don't add too many I don't know. I don't have any like too many plugins or anything like that yet. So if you have a lot of plugins, maybe that's it.
Well, yeah, I do.
Yeah. So I would
it's mostly like audio plugins because I'm an audio engineer.
Yeah. So one of those is probably crashing you, but I don't know.
It could be.
I know I have 0 audio plugins. I only have like little let's text things. Yeah.
Let's keep it a Star Citizen because people are going to get bored.
True. No, they might start backseat helping us like, oh, I know how to fix that crash. I don't know, but yeah, that's kind of what keeps me going, is my motivation to like do it for a living in a way. But I still do actually like I've fallen in love more recently with making YouTube videos, and just I just don't like the fact that most of them are centered around development. And that's the only way to talk about Star Citizen. That's the only way is when you're centered around development now. But I'm like, fingers crossed, man, is they're stacking more and more things together that could talk to each other, that could look somewhat like a game. Like maybe DayZ-ish is kind of where I see it a little bit. Not like DayZ, like haven't. Well, unfortunately, 317 feels like fucking DayZ with the eating and drinking, right?
Yeah.
But I mean more of you start somewhere at 0, you go in the game, you kill people, you get things, and that's the experience for right now. And I can deal with that for a while, I think.
Well, if there's progression, what do you think that like the end goal should be?
Oh, dude, I have some grand goals for end goal.
All right.
Mine probably seem unrealistic and crazy, all right? But you got to remember, I'm sure you saw this video if you followed the project in 2012. Do you remember the original video about the Star Citizen economy? They basically talked about quanta way back then. Before, in 2012, before it ever was a thing, before Tony Z ever worked at the company. There was basically you can own a factory.
The announcement.
Yeah, kind of. It was basically like you can own a factory in the game. That's what they said. So like you can own a factory that makes missiles, and you have to bring material to it and all these things. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's real, but that's why I bought the game. I did not buy the game. I was the same as you. I didn't know what Kickstarter was. I was like, yo, this guy seems like he's out of money and he's just trying to scam us.
I did, because my friend and I, well, he mostly did it. We kickstarted a movie together.
Okay, so you were familiar with it.
Yeah. I knew that, like, I knew that, like, it's not going to be, if it's not done, we're going to get our money back, right? But, like, there was no like, promises about any, well, there was a date, like, 2014, but, like, with game development, like, you never know. With the movie, you know, like, it's going to be filmed, it's going to be edited, it's going to be, like, post and all of that, and then you're going to release it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's okay. But yeah, like I didn't know what it was, so I didn't back. Like I heard about it on the forum, but I didn't back it until late 2013. Whatever it was, there was a cutoff day of when they were going to stop selling ships for LTI. Hilarious, right? Because they're still doing it today. Mm-hmm. But that was the cutoff day. Was the day after was the day I backed Star Citizen. So my ship didn't have LTI on it. But yeah, so it was funny. But I don't remember what we were talking about now, unfortunately. I just forgot where I was going.
Life,
happiness.
Happiness,
Yeah.
We also talked about
the economy
before the.
Yeah, that's true. We're talking about economy. Penis size. The economy is where I kind of is my end game, or owning a station, owning a factory. But what I see, like I'll go kind of crazy with this, is with reputation, you can, let's say you earn reputation with, I think ArcCorp's a good example. I think they make engines, right? So you go to ArcCorp, you earn reputation there, and you earn blueprints for your factory to create the items that ArcCorp makes. So you get like franchise rights or something. That's kind of what I see endgame being, is like either owning a station that creates something. We have to have things to fight over. You have to have territory, but yet the territory can't just be a pretty place with a river.
Commodities.
Yeah.
Right?
But commodities have to turn into something useful, right?
Well, yeah, but like
we gotta have crafting.
I don't know if this was like Evil Online, but I saw it was like one of the MMOs, but I think it was Evil Online, because like their lore is basically what players did in the game, right?
Yeah.
And they had an org that was like holding basically all the, I'm gonna say wheat, whatever it is.
Sure.
Like one commodity.
Yep.
And they were like holding it, and the prices went high, and people couldn't buy it, and they had to buy it from one org. Mm-hmm. And then like all the other like smaller orgs organized and attacked that org, and that's like in the lore. And they had a fight, and then in the end they like worked out a deal, and that org like gave them like half of the wheat or whatever it is.
Sure.
So that could be interesting with this like Quanta edition and like the economy edition. But like, it's not gonna be like that for at least like 5 more years, or maybe even more.
This game will never be Eve because of Quanta. Like, that's the one weird thing. I used to think, okay, when I played Ultima Online, it was a player-run economy. Eve's a player-run economy. I play very seldomly this game called Albion Online that's out now as well. That is very much an Ultima Online kind of clone in a way, but is more up to date to today's standards and what people expect out of MMOs, which is a little different. And I used to think that I liked that because player-run economies can get kind of broken with a situation like that where somebody holds all the wheat, right? And then changes the prices and it sucks. Because you're, especially if you're not in a big guild or whatever, it blows. And I was like, ooh, I like this idea of 9 NPCs running the economy, but I'm just living in it. But then you realize that it's like, if I'm just living in this game, am I just going to be floating around, just taking part in the events in the world, or am I going to be able to make an impact on it? And I'm still, I still wonder, right? Like, that's the part of the game where it leaves me guessing, like, is this game going to be good? Is this a good idea? And I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the economy is a good idea. Yeah. The way they want to do it. It just, I'm in, I'm committed, and I'll see what happens. But
yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at my dog.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's weird. I don't know what Quanta actually brings. I know that it's gonna bring in the next patch. It's gonna bring like more headache than like anything else. Because like, if you're a trader or if you like just mine Quant and you wanna sell it, where do you go?
There's only one place
How do you
now.
know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, RCorp.
Yeah.
But like with Quanta, like the prices are gonna change, and where do you go then? Are you gonna hop to RCorp and see that it's not like 88 AUAC per unit, and then you gotta hop to like Microtech, check there, and then you like we don't know about that. Like,
let me cut you off. Actually, did you open your journal in 317 yet?
Oh, I didn't. I haven't.
So somebody told me to do it today. And I've spent very limited time in 317, but today I can actually, like, you probably know way more answers about 317 than I know, but I actually have one for you, and only this one is there's something called plasma fuel now, which is the new name for hydrogen fuel, I think, because I think it, like, how hydrogen fuel is created is not just by hydrogen. So they're calling it plasma fuel, is what somebody in chat said. I don't know. If you're watching on YouTube later, write in the comments, let us know, okay? But it was, if you open the journal, remember how you constantly get that annoying thing that pops up that says the prices are changing?
Oh, yeah.
Every single location, every single one that you can refuel at, so every outpost that has a landing pad is now in that journal selling plasma fuel for 0 credits, saying that they have an overabundance, and then there's some that are saying that they're buying it for 1 cent. So it's this, but that now it is ridiculous and it makes no sense and everything's out of balance and everything's broken. But that is where you're gonna find out where to sell your stuff. You're gonna open your journal and you're gonna see where there's they're buying it for this price over here.
Like the journal was never really like that good of an idea. It's maybe like as a placeholder, yeah.
I think it's placeholder.
Yeah, I guess. But like, can you see like Hadanite prices and Quantanium prices and I don't know Baxalite and all that over there? Did you see that? Or
no, because remember 317, the only commodity that's part of Quanta is fuel. So the only thing that will work is fuel.
I got it wrong then. Okay. I just heard that.
There's 3 things that Quanta is dictating. It's your refueling, so quantanium fuel or quantum fuel, and hydrogen fuel. So those 2. So there's 2 fuels that are being determined, but I don't think it's determining the price of quantanium yet, right? Because it's just the refueling and rearming screen that's doing any of that stuff. And I think they're messing around with the hydrogen stuff a little bit, but I don't know. So, as a placeholder, I think we'll eventually see these alert buying for really high and selling for really low alerts on things. But we'll see. I just think right now there's very few commodities in Quantum, so we're kind of waiting.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought that they like implemented like completely.
No, I wish, dude.
Yeah. Okay, well, at some point we're probably gonna have some issues with it. I did notice that because I used the Starfarer and I like did the refueling and all of that. I noticed that on Grimhex I like refueled the fuel pods for like 45,000. And on Lorville the same day, like I don't know, the game it's no my ship exploded for no reason.
Oh, sure.
And
classic.
Yeah, sure. And I hopped to Lorville or I spawned there, it doesn't matter. So I refueled there and it was like 75k.
Yeah.
So
that's
there's
quantum.
a slight difference. Yeah. Okay.
On the first day, it went up 900 credits per unit of fuel in 2 minutes.
Amazing.
In 2 minutes, because everybody spawned at Lorville to see the clouds and at the same time check out the Starfarer, and they all, every one of us filled our ship with stuff. So it was like billions of credits just being brought into Starfarers, and the price just went insane. So it's working, but it is very clunky at the moment, which is to be expected. And I'd rather them kind of brush the cobwebs and get the clunk out on just like refueling, and then when they bring in all the other commodities, like you said, we'll definitely have a lot of issues, but hopefully less. I'm hoping.
Well, you know how Star Citizen is, but like Quanta is connecting all the servers where players are, right?
Correct. So that wasn't just my server. Yeah, that was global.
That's what I'm asking. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's working now. Okay, nice.
Yeah, and that's actually always worked for commodities. I think it was, I don't know if it was global, but it was definitely regional at the very least. So the pricing of like Laranite or whatever.
Yeah, it also worked for, was it Ninetales or Xenothreat?
Oh, it's probably Ninetales with the medical supplies, right?
Yeah, because like we won even though we were losing a couple of times. And like, how the fuck did that happen? And then it was because of that problem.
Yep. Yeah. Because they're still, which is smart but also annoying at the moment, is that they were developing the game. They are developing the game around the idea that we're only going to be in one big server, but who knows?
Do you really think that that's going to happen?
Do I think server meshing is going to happen? Like the whole dynamic, the pipe dream that
server meshing. Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't.
Well,
how would I know? Like, I don't know any, like you said, we're not game devs, so how the fuck do I know? You know, I'm just here hoping.
What do you think that like the biggest fleet battle is gonna look like? Like how many players involved?
Oh, holy shit! Not much, and if it did, it would be a disaster. Like the people coming from Eve hoping to get that level of craziness. I don't know, man. I mean, Jumptown has had some pretty wild fleet battles. And the fact that we move pretty quickly and that they're kind of paying attention to being like, if they are this far off the screen, we're not going to render them really anymore. If they're this far off the screen, we're not going to update their shields. Like they're already starting to think about trying to find ways to make it happen. I don't know, man. We'll have to see. The big thing is like not just how many ships, but like there's some really fucking big ships in this game.
Oh,
like, what are those battles going to be like? Is it like we're all thinking? I know, like I don't know what just went through your head, but what went through my head was Star Wars. And Star Wars, like the big ass carrier, huge ship, and then a bunch of little ships flying around it, right? Like, is that what it's going to be? Dude, I don't know, man.
I want it to be that.
Of course, we all do.
Is that really possible?
I don't know.
Because, like, see, like. My question is, because like, okay, maybe a shard is gonna hold 100 players. Maybe it's gonna be 100, right? Because it's gonna be localized. It's not gonna be the whole server.
Sure.
But then, what happens? You have a fairly big org. What happens when you have 101 player? What happens to the one guy or 120? What happens to them?
Yeah. How are they dealing with instancing?
Exactly. And then, like, you're not gonna fight anyone because your server is gonna be full.
Yeah. How about Test Squadron? Like. Think about somebody like Test Squadron that has like a massive community, and they decided that they want to own the biggest like the area that everybody wants to own. And they may not be the most skilled pilots. Most of them are not, is in most people's experience. I think everybody knows who the more skilled pilots are, and they are a smaller group of people. And there may be no way for those really skilled pilots to even interact with Test Squadron, let alone attack them and try and take over their territory, if that is even a thing.
Speaking of good pilots, did you watch the esports event from yesterday?
I did not. I worked all day yesterday, so I missed fighter flights. But how did it go? Let me know. Talk to me about it. What do you think?
It was interesting. I don't know. Like I know
they're playing on
most of the guys
316,
from
right?
Yeah.
That's the bummer about it. Is like the big fixes are in 317.
Oh, dude, but the PvP is completely different now.
Yeah.
Like in 317, it's so like I've played a patch in Arena Commander, and the ESP was not working for some reason.
Okay, I heard about that. Yeah,
I've played. I've played about like I don't know 3-4 hours, and I've played against really good fighters from AC. Like I remember that I was playing against Ultra. Maybe he's watching. And we couldn't fucking hit each other because we could see where we're looking at, and we were just like, whenever he starts shooting, I just do this, and like, yeah, I'm out of the way.
Oh,
and,
wow. Okay.
Yeah. Like in the end, we just like split up and like no, there's no fucking point in trying to kill each other because we're just gonna react.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be completely different. It's gonna be fun though because this is the first time because I've played before this. I've played some DCS. I've played a lot of IL-2 and War Thunder. I was really big in simulator battles in War Thunder way back, and it was really fun to like raid fight. I was in an arrow I was in an arrow for most of my fights, and all of the dudes were in like Gladiuses, and like I'm using Toby.
Okay.
And I just like look up, and I can see him looking at me from his cockpit, trying to turn into me. I don't know if you can see my cam, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we were just basically doing this and trying to raid fight, and when somebody G-locks, we just like extend and run away, and that's like what could be amazing about dogfights and PvP in this game, but we still need to like fix the fucking speed, and we need to have some kind of like energy states for the ships, bro, especially in atmosphere.
If I would have told you a year ago that they still wouldn't have slowed down the ships, would you believe me?
Well,
I would have thought that would have been the number one priority.
Yeah.
I'm just curious why it's not. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, because like we are adapting, and we're trying to keep ourselves at like SCM speeds, but like, well, there's one thing that's better because like in 316 we have like what is it, like 2 seconds of desync? It's about like 2 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So when somebody tries to fly away from you and run away so you can get his shields up, you have no idea that he's doing that for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And then after 2 seconds you react and you try to catch up to him. But right now, when somebody tries to do it, even though it's a bit like glitchy and janky, when you like ship positioning like is through to you, but you can't really if a guy has like a bigger ping, you're not sure if he's like, well, you can see like he's looking at you, but he can like be just janky and like this because the game is trying to like place him. But anyway, if he tries to like zoom past you, you will immediately react to that because now you don't have like that like 2 seconds of delay.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing, but still we need like energy states, and we need like.
What do you mean by energy states?
So, World War II and let's say War Thunder. There were a bunch of like tactics. If you're, let's say, in a Spitfire was a really good turner. Like you can raid fight almost everything, but it couldn't really climb and dive that good. So what you would do, or no, let's bring it to your home. P-47. You know about the Thunderbolt P-47?
No, I don't know anything about World War II ships.
Okay, so it's a big ass fighter / bomber.
Okay.
It's a single engine. It's really big. It was like 10 tons or something like that. It was really huge, and it has like six. I think it was like 650 cals on the side.
Okay.
And it couldn't turn or rate fight a BF-109 or a German fighter.
Okay.
Like you just couldn't do it because your turn would be slower and larger than his.
Okay.
But what you could do is make him try to climb to you because you have a bigger engine and you're gonna climb faster, or you can just dive on him and like boom and zoom him.
Okay.
And kill him in that way. So I don't know how to do it in space, to be honest. Like I have no idea how to do it. But at least in atmospheres, like the flight model in atmospheres it's just like if there's a gravity pull, at least let gravity affect you a bit, right?
Sure.
But we don't have that.
Yeah,
like,
unless you're flying decoupled, right? Then it pulls you down a little bit.
Well, yeah, but you still have your maximum speed.
Yeah.
Like how can you have a maximum speed in a gravity field?
Yeah.
Like you should be able to go over that speed.
Okay.
I don't know. Like it's a thing to like for the developers to think about. But those things in World War II in actual dogfights and in games would make you choose a tactic.
Okay.
And we currently our only tactic is to like face tank everything and try to like.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. Yep.
Yeah. With like what I heard that like they're gonna do 2 states of flights. The first one is gonna be like SCM speed.
Okay.
And the second mode is gonna be over SCM. So if somebody is trying to run away from you, he's not gonna be able to turn like he is right now. He's gonna be using the what are they called? The back thrusters.
Afterburners.
On your afterburners, yeah. And therefore, that will be like it would look like Star Wars. So you would chase him and shoot him in the ass.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know if I explained it.
You do. You want to know something funny?
Oh yeah.
Is what year? Chat. I'll ask you. What year did we already had this flight mechanic? By the way, there was you would press a button and it was called cruise mode, and it was the same thing. It would bring you right up to top speed, and you wouldn't be able to turn very easily. It was like, and then they got rid of it.
Why did they take it out?
I think because. I don't remember, but it definitely people would just automatically go into cruise mode and just leave, and there was no way to stop them. Like you could,
okay.
I imagine there was like tons of desync and problems, so you couldn't hit the guys. I just remember it being weird. It was 2.6 as they brought it in. It was just jank. Yeah, so they got rid of it, and it was probably more of the game just being bad for the reason getting rid of it. But it does sound like that's where they want to go back to is the cruise mode thing, but just. Now that they have a more understanding,
a slower acceleration.
Yeah, maybe it was super fast acceleration if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Cruise mode was also top speed over 40 kilometers an hour. Oh, was it? I don't remember. I thought it was about the same, but whatever. Yeah, we had it before, but it does seem like it makes sense to go back to it in a way.
Yeah.
And then if you're in cruise, you can't. I don't know, maybe you shouldn't be able to do certain things like fire missiles or fire weapons because you're using too much power to your engine, something like that. You shouldn't
be able to backstrafe. That's the main thing.
That's like the biggest problem with PvP these days, right? It's just this backstrafing mess that is, it's hard to counter and it's really annoying and it's uninteresting.
It's because of desync. It's not going to work like that after the desync fix.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, yeah, because like, if you think about it, like, if he's a backstrafing and if you catch up to him and you're trying to like fly around them, I have actual ships here, but whatever.
Yeah.
If you're trying to fly around them, on your side, you're flying around them, but because of the desync, on his side, you're like 300 meters in front and just like flying around nothing and he could just shoot you. And that's why people kept on doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
they always find a way. But yeah, I'm excited for 317. I feel like I'm excited but also scared because I think a lot of the problems with the PvP is what allowed me to feel like I had a chance and what allowed me to have some success with it. Like the Vandal Mask event, I thought I got some lessons and I learned a little bit and I did pretty well. And then I did really well in that Fight or Flight, the content creator clash. But
Oh yeah, I saw it.
yeah, I feel like that was a lot of the game being problematic and being like so bad that it kind of held my hand, right? It was a little bit easier because of that. And I feel like in 317 like aim is way more important. Being able to stay close to your target so you can actually hit them, way more important. I think if I did the creator clash in 317, I would have came in last place.
Well, I mean, it's just gonna like take some time to get used to.
Yeah,
and that's it. And
I mean, apparently
from
my
there,
aim was
we will
very
see what
good,
the best
but
tactics are.
I don't know. People said that my aim was good, but I'm not buying it. I feel like I'm really going to struggle in 317 with it.
Well, I am struggling.
Yeah, and if you are, then I'm definitely going to,
well,
right?
yeah, I'm not the best PvP. Like I'm average, like above average maybe, and that's it. Like I never claim that I'm any like I like. If you saw a video, my org, we hopped onto the server and Avenger 1 was there.
Yeah.
And he was like, and like he was asking for a fight. We went there. It was like 5 of us, and we were in Gladiuses, and he was in an arrow. So he had a really good idea, and he pulled us into the atmosphere of Daemar, I think.
Yep.
And because like Gladiuses can't really yaw in atmosphere.
Yep.
It just like centers you back. And he fucking like killed us all.
Yeah.
So we're not like we're not the best PvPers. We're like decent, and that's it. Like afterwards, we fought, like the 2 of us fought him and we killed him. But yeah, he's fucking amazing.
But if I was to describe myself, I would say very below average because I don't do it. I just every once in a while I'm like I get the bug, and mostly mining or cargo hauling or just flying around the game, not really playing it and just talking to people because that's what I like about streaming. Is not really. I think if you're like gung-ho in the game, you're not streaming, you're just playing games and other people are watching. Like there's some Twitch streams that I find really entertaining and there's others that I don't, and like Shroud is not one of the streams that I find entertaining because he just sits there and plays games. But then there's people who are like really interactive, talking to their chat, having conversations, and not doing like the highest end of gaming, and they're doing like the easy things and just having a good time. Those are the ones I enjoy. And that's the way I like to stream as well.
Well, yeah, like we are also like Shroud is probably a kid, right? He's not in our.
I mean, he's a little younger than us, but he's probably 30.
Oh, okay.
He's not that. He's
I
not
thought
a kid.
He was younger.
No.
Okay, never mind.
He's an old frog now.
I wanted to say like most streamers that like that's one of the reasons why I don't watch it, because like they're just like tryharding.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like for me. Content creators on YouTube, I used to watch when I was a lot younger. I used to like watch Yoxcast because they were just like they were shit at games and they were just being funny.
Yeah,
and that's like if you're doing something for the community, at least like make them smile and talk to them like you're doing. So yeah,
there's so much more. There's so much more ability to be creative on YouTube than there is on Twitch. Twitch is really hard to get creative. It basically just costs a lot of money to be creative, I feel like. You have to like create a show and do something interesting and be really grand and to be different.
Yeah.
Because most people just sit back and play games. So the only difference that you can make is your personality. You're the difference between everyone else, is just by being you. And if you're just sitting there playing games mindlessly, you're not being yourself. You're just playing games,
like most people are doing.
Yeah, and they wonder why nobody watches. You know, that's why. Most people don't have anybody watching on Twitch. It's hard. Most people have one viewer, and it's them.
Yeah,
it's tough.
I had an encounter with a guy. So he had a bounty on him, and we went, like my org and I, we went after him, and I don't know if we killed him. No, we killed him once, but he respawned in Grimhex.
Okay.
And then he like raged like fucking like the things that he said in global chat. And one of my friends from the org went to his account on RSI, and he saw that he has a Twitch link there. And
Oh
dude, when we
no.
opened that, dude, like three people that were like watching, and he was fucking swearing. Like I swear a lot because I'm trying to like I'm not a native speaker obviously, and I'm trying to like think of the pronunciation of the, or the word, like the next word that I'm gonna say. So I tend to like swear a lot. But dude, like like the N words, the all of that, like he
really?
dropped
Okay.
all the fucking bombs. And I was like, Jesus, okay, he should be on meds, dude. Like he should be fucking. Yeah. So
What is it about video games bring the best out in people and the absolute worst? The absolute worst. Do you want to segue now into what I think I'm going to segue into? The Mongrel Squad drama a little bit? Yeah, let's talk about it for no more. It is 10:03. No more than 3 minutes should we spend on this. But that's what that's where I would want to talk about it. Yeah, I watched this video. Yeah, there was an hour-long video. I'll preface it a little bit. There was an hour-long video that Mongrel Squad made, and I watched it, and it was about them winning a war against Grumpy Eyes org, basically, is what was kind of how it was like posed and everything, right? And then while I was watching it, Grumpy came in and some of his org members, and then Mongrel Squad was there, and you could see like everybody justifying their actions and things like that. And it was just like, oh no, man, this is where PvP and elements of video games bring out the worst in everybody. And in reality, it was like you guys all got a badass experience no matter what, because you do not get experiences against each other very easily in Star Citizen. And whether there was a winner or a loser, I feel like everybody wins in that scenario because it's hard to get those interactions. But it's also, I don't know the details, and
I mean, there's nothing.
It feels like everybody was doing things that might not have been appropriate.
Well, that is not completely true. I don't want to like get you in the middle of this because like there's no fucking point.
True.
The only thing that I should say and that I'm gonna say is that like they crossed the line. Like that's the only thing. Like
okay.
You saw it, and you saw the portion when they like aired our private
Discord
calls with each other. Yeah. Some pictures that like screenshots that were took out of context, because I can send you a screenshot, the exact screenshot that they took out of context, and it just wasn't that. They accused us of stream sniping, which we didn't do. Like you can see the screenshot, and I'm asking for Hannah's stream. Not the stream, her YouTube channel, because she streams there. Because my guys fought her yesterday, and I just wanted to clip that
to watch the VOD.
See it. It was shit. Yeah, and like, if that's stream sniping, okay, dudes. Like, but like they crossed the line. I don't know if like there's any laws. I know, and like in Serbia, you can't do that, but in USA and in Canada, I would assume, because like Serbia is a fucking third world country. So I'm not gonna like do anything about it, but like, dudes, we are a vigilante org, you're a pirate org, and you are attacking miners. That's like the food chain. Yeah, that's how it should work. Like the ecosystem.
Yeah, it's awesome. You should welcome it.
Yeah, exactly. Why get like? And they said that there was like 8 of us, and that's somewhat true. But like, if you're making an hour and a half long video about like 8 of us and trying to like get personal with it, I don't fucking understand it. That's why I responded with 1 minute video.
Yeah, that's why that's where I think the issues lie, is when we got to keep everything that we do in Star Citizen, we got to keep it in the game. We got to just keep it in the game. And I do think,
we're not
like
kids.
Yeah, most of us aren't, right? And I think I think jumping into people's Discords is part of it, but that's where it's gotta. It's that like Discord's still part of the game, in my opinion. But I don't, and I do think that they should be allowed to make videos about these things. But I do agree. I do think it started to get too personal, too out of the game, and too like that's where we need to find those fine lines and keep it no matter what. Even if you're getting your ass kicked, it's got to be fun for everybody, man. And you got to make sure it doesn't get to that point where it gets personal, because it can't. And I am the worst, dude. The second I die, I get so upset, and I'll say and I'll yell things that I probably shouldn't, and it'll always get taken out because I'm just insane. Like, you played sports too, right? Losing is the worst feeling in the world, and it's just how it brings you, like, you just want to win everything. I hate it.
The only game I have that with is fucking Overwatch, dude. Like,
really?
That's the only game that like takes. Well, I don't really swear that much, but like I do blame people that are doing nothing in the game. And like, why are you playing ranked matches if you're not gonna do anything useful? But, yeah.
Yeah, I hate losing so much, no matter what it is, and that's one of the reasons why I've avoided Star Citizen PvP, is because it's one of those things that is very difficult to get good at, and I feel like most of the fights I lose, and it just is like, man, I feel like I'm banging my head against the wall. This sucks. And then I fortunately had a couple good teachers recently, like Moist Noodle and Virgil and a few others, and it's been a lot better. But I still avoid it because it's just, I hate losing.
Yeah, well, I mean, losing, like, you earn experience from that, right? You can always like rewatch your VOD and just see like what you did wrong in a PvP environment. But in the end, why would you take it out of the game? There's no reason for it. Like, we didn't do it. Well, we could have done it, but we like, why? That's
keep it in the game.
That's all that I'm gonna say. Yeah.
Keep it in the game, and everybody will have fun. And I think that's what Mongrel Squad is pretty cool for in like my experiences previous to this was there's a lot of RP elements to what they do, and there's a lot of it's all about the game. They don't care that this is the min and this is the max and this is the best and best way to do things. They do everything in game. They're organized. It's cool. And it wasn't the best to see some elements of that, and then and then it was, when I watched it, it was an awkward experience too, and I was like, damn, this is I remember this is what I hated about PvP in games, and it will be my goal I will not be a part of any of that, I hope.
Yeah,
but it's hopefully hard to avoid.
Like, that's one of the reasons why I love watching your videos, and ATCs in particular, is because you're honest, and you're always honest. Like, I think that out of all of people that watch that video, you're the only one that reacted to that thing like a normal person should. So, like you're supposed to.
I'm assuming most people pick sides in this scenario.
Exactly. Yeah. And like we were like the war started because my guys went after a bounty, and it was Letty.
Yeah.
And it was a fucking bounty on a server.
Yep.
And then he wanted a war with us because asked for 30 million a week. Yeah, and it could be fun. Yeah. And like if they didn't take it out of content or out of the game, I would respond, and we could have like a fine little war on YouTube, and it would be fun, and we could talk to each other. Like, I'm still like all about squashing the beef and just like talking to him or to Letty or to Dobbs or whoever. Yeah, just like, dudes, like we can do this. It's fine, but just like be normal. Yeah,
yeah, it's tough sometimes. Because it gets personal. Dying in games sucks, and people take it personally no matter what. It's very difficult not to. And hopefully, hey, maybe just even through this, it'll be a little bit easier to squash the beef and get things going, and going well. But we'll see.
Hopefully, I don't know, because like I don't want to have anything against anybody, or anybody to like hate me for like whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It's a video game. It's supposed to be fun.
It's a video game, exactly.
Yeah. It's not even a video game. Shit.
It's an alpha. Actually, it's an alpha.
I don't know if you know this, Grumpy Eye, but Star Citizen is actually an alpha. you should really not complain about it. When in reality,
Yeah.
this is the only time that you should be complaining about video games is when it's in alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been enjoying reaching out and watching other videos and stuff. How did you feel about me after watching your first video that first time? We had a very interesting back and forth for a couple days there.
So yeah, well, I was surprised to a degree because from most of the videos that I watched from you,
Yeah.
We basically have the same angle on things, and then you were like, well,
my mentality
really
started shifting. I did a little bit. My mentality started to shift about my level of patience for the game at that moment. And then I watched your video and I saw my previous point of view in you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like it's with my videos, I'm trying to be objective. Like I give them flowers whenever they like earn those, but when they're like, just bullshitting us and hyping something that's like stupid, I like. And I know that like when you watch the video, you like I don't know if it's like a language barrier or whatever.
Everybody said it was like not getting your humor. Was what everybody said.
I was really sarcastic with a bunch of remarks there. And like I know that I said that batteries are gonna be so like batteries in multi-tools are gonna be so important. That was sarcasm.
I had no idea.
You ranted for like 5 minutes.
I had no idea.
Yeah. So yeah, that because I know that you're a cool guy. That's why I responded in that way. Because I saw the other guy that made the scam citizen whatever a video, and you like reacted to that, and his fucking response was just like, Jesus Christ, dude, get off.
Oh my god. So yeah. Do you know he DMCA'd?
Yeah.
You know he DMCA'd that video, my response video.
Oh really?
Yeah. Because he didn't, he DMCA'd it, and I fought back. The next step was court. If he wanted to go to court, that would have been the next step. Amazing, I was like, absolutely not. You're not gonna DMCA one of my videos because you don't like my opinion about you. That's so ridiculous. Yeah. And
by the way,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just like my brain is working like that. If you ever do a reaction video on my musical like content and like, music videos that I do in StarCitizen, just hit me up so I can whitelist you because yeah, otherwise you're gonna get demonetized.
No problem. I don't even care about that necessarily either about getting demonetized for those things because again, it's your music, right?
Yeah.
So like Morph's videos I get when I watch them, I get demonetized because he uses some service, I forgot the name of it. And same with Obsidian Ant. So when I watch their videos, they're usually demonetized too. So yeah, but I think if I get that service and then put it on my YouTube channel, then it won't, but I don't know if it's worth it or not. So
well, if you're reacting to their videos, I don't know. Probably not. It's just two guys, right?
Yeah, they're not demonetizing me. Their music is.
Yeah. Of course.
The classic YouTube problem, I guess, but at the same time, it's not really a problem. It's real.
Do you know how many times I got demonetized for my own music? Because all the music in my videos is my own music.
Yeah. It's funny.
It's just fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And I've been like emailing the publisher for like 9 months now. My dog is drinking water.
Oh, but I don't hear it, so you're good.
Okay. So like I was trying to get in touch with them, but like no, they just don't give a fuck at all. Yep. So yeah. Of
course.
If you're doing music, guys, don't use DistroKid.
Good advice. Yeah. No, and Morphologist is actually here. He said, get epicsound.com. Yeah, that's what it was. Hey, and I have it, actually. I have it on my main channel, but I don't have it on the second channel because I didn't think I was going to need it. But yeah. So I was thinking about putting it on there. But because the thing is I don't really do anything with those videos. I just react on Twitch, and then they get put up by, do you know who Oh, the Dark Law is
Mm-hmm.
his son. Like posts the videos and edits them for me. He doesn't really edit.
Okay.
Like he just cuts the beginning and the end, and then makes the thumbnails and stuff. I don't do anything for that because I don't have any time. So I make. I think I've made a total of like $40 off of the React channel in the entire time it's been up.
Oof.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't care. It's just about having videos out there. It's one of those parts of that I do find cool. It's like turning it into like something serious feels really interesting, and it feels good. But yeah, it's been cool. So
I don't know. Like people
we'll see where that goes.
Asking for me to do the same like reaction videos. But
you should.
I don't know. Like, well, probably because there's nothing to talk about.
Exactly. What are you gonna do? Yeah. Like that's the whole thing. Is that you gotta find things to do, and they can't be in the game because the damn game doesn't work, man. So if you want to keep this chair sometimes. If you want to keep like if you want to make consistent content on YouTube, you got to get like somewhat creative with it. I don't think watching other people's videos is that creative or that paramount of an idea. It's been done for years, but but I was just like, people seem to like to hear my opinions about things, and they always ask me to watch other people's videos, so why not post it on YouTube so you don't just have to watch Twitch to see those things, and that's where it went.
Oh well, yeah. I don't know. Like the main thing, like I know that somebody's gonna get pissed off if I say something wrong.
Yes,
or like you did with that guy, whatever his name is.
Oh, I can't even remember.
Reaction video, Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
Holy shit! But he made multiple of them. Like lost his mind about it.
Oh really? I just saw one and I was like, Jesus.
No, there's been a couple, man. Did you see the SaltEMike video? Is that the one?
Yeah, that was the one. I think a friend posted it to me.
Yeah, dude, it's so crazy. And there's another guy too.
It's not even funny, dude. You can hear that he's angry and that he's fucking salty and like dying there and wants attention, dude. Like it
is kind of funny though. Look at my shirt for a second. Just take a look at my shirt. He makes fun of my dollar store shirts or something like that, and I was dying because he's so right. He's 100% right. I had like the most dumpy clothes that I wear on stream all the time, and I don't really. I only have these dumpy clothes, and he picked on me for that. But it actually made me laugh because there's truth in it, which is hilarious. So when there's like truth in the joke, it makes me laugh, and I actually thought that shit was funny as hell. What did he call it? He called it my thrift store outfits or something like that, and I just laughed about that. I thought it was funny. But yeah, but it hasn't been just him. Like I banned a guy on Discord and Twitch because he was being just annoying, like just generally annoying, and he's been making videos about me too, saying that I'm like Chris Roberts is my dad and I work for the company and all these things, like crazy shit, man.
Dude, like it's fucking like I basically just started doing YouTube like 9 months ago, and it's crazy. Like okay, like I'm getting recognition in the game, of course.
Sure,
you're getting probably recognition even like on the street. But there's because you're not.
No, not.
Or you are if you go to Citizencon, right?
At Citizencon, sure. Especially if Citizencon's in Europe. When I went to America, nobody knew who I was. Like, in a Citizencon in America, nobody knew who I was. But when I went to Gamescom in 2016, it was very different. Because of the time of day that I stream at. It's mostly European viewers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, which is good for me because, like, I basically just woke up before the stream. But, yeah, like it's crazy. Like I know, like there's a YouTuber. His name is Rick Beato. And he's doing like music stuff, and he's a teacher. And at some point, he was drinking coffee with who was it? Joni Mitchell, and fucking I think it was like Steve Copeland, like the biggest fucking names in the music industry, and like Copeland is like the best drummer.
Okay.
And a dude approached him and asked Joni Mitchell to make a picture with the YouTuber. Like, dude, like, that's just crazy to me. Like most of the kids, when you ask them like what they want to be when they grow up, they say like a YouTuber.
Yeah, seriously,
Yeah.
it's like my wife's mother's a teacher in high school, and that's what most of the kids want to be. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's fucking crazy. Yeah. So it's normal to have like some haters because you are a celebrity now, right? Under quotations.
Yeah, definitely quotations.
Yeah.
Because being a poker dealer, I know how this works. There's famous poker players, right? But they're only famous in their little fucking circle, and there's only a couple people that people know who they are. Everybody knows who Danny Negreanu is. Everybody knows who Phil Hellmuth is. Those are people that extend beyond poker for the most part. Like, not everybody does, but they're more famous significantly than everyone else. Everyone else who thinks they're famous, they come into a poker room expecting like special treatment or all these other things. Bro, you're not famous. Shut up. I don't care about you. Like you can't treat me any differently than anybody else. You have to treat me with respect. All that stuff, right? I don't take shit from any of those people.
10,000 followers on TikTok.
Yeah, right. Like I don't give a crap about any of those people. They think they're so cool, and they are so not. And so with having that experience, I hopefully. If things ever pop off with Star Citizen, we'll stay pretty grounded. But the thing that scares me more than anything is not like getting a big head or anything like that. I hope that would never happen. It's the like you said, the people who you piss off, and how do they react to you when you go to a Citizencon? What's going to a Citizencon gonna be like for me now, since my YouTube channel is grown during the pandemic. And basically created during the pandemic, and is very opinionated. How are people going to react to me?
What people don't realize,
it's kind of freaky. It's if I don't even know if I want to go.
Yeah, what people don't realize is that like making fun of somebody is fine, but like making it personal and making like somebody to look like a dipshit or whatever, it can be really bad for that. Like. So I don't know if you know this. I was one of the leaders of like the biggest protests here in Serbia in the past 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Anti-government, yeah. And I had like media writes a lot of shit about me. I was a drug addict. I was a suicidal maniac. Yeah, it was like my friend that I led the protest with. She was an Albanian terrorist. So it was funny to us at the start, but then you have people with knives follow you. And okay, this is just this is the government. This is not Star Citizen. But at some point, if somebody keeps on making content about you and like hates you, hates your fucking guts, and
how far are they gonna go?
Fabricating. Exactly. Yeah. Somebody is gonna be a fan of that guy. You're gonna go to Citizencon and you're gonna get like attacked. You're gonna get ass whooped. Yeah. For no fucking reason, because you're making content on YouTube.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with, like, my wife. I'm not going to go by myself, too. What's going to happen? Like, It's this really weird situation now. And just because I'm like, hey, this game sucks. Like, newsflash, guys. The game fucking sucks, and the developers think it sucks, too. Like, that they're actively just trying to make it better. And how do you make it better without telling them that, hey, this element of the game sucks? Like, I don't get it, dude. Like, they're like, nobody gets better, and nobody gets better at anything by coddling them and patting them on the back and telling them how good of a fucking job they do all the time. It's so silly, dude. That's why we're in the situation that we're in the fucking first place.
And that's basically why I made my channel, because like most of the media outlets or the YouTubers are just like praising the game, and I wanted to be like objective and a bit different and just like twist the knife if they're doing something wrong over and over again. And like I imagine if we were just like in a fucking equilibrium and just like chilling and everything is fine, but like the world is falling apart like it is in real life. But like, at least we care about this game, right? We're dreamers. We want this game to succeed. We want this game to be playable. We want it to be amazing so we can just escape from real life.
There are very, very, very few content creators out there in the Star Citizen space that are actively trying to tear it down. Everybody is trying to lift it up. No, I'm not saying you are. You're not. Everybody has a passion for the game and wants it to be better. And they all have their games that they played and where they draw inspiration from. And I draw inspiration from games, unfortunately, that probably aren't going... that Star Citizen isn't inspired by. Games that these elements may not end up in the game. And sometimes I get frustrated by that, which is silly. But yeah, like, I'm still going to go to Citizencon. It's going to be uncomfortable, though. It's going to be uncomfortable the first time I go. It's going to be weird. I wonder how people are going to react, but I'm not afraid to go. But at the same time, it'll be in the back of my mind.
You shouldn't be afraid. Well, like, I don't know. Like, it's just like the people can, like, as you saw, like, they can just take it out of the game and make it personal for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
And they can do that to YouTubers also. And, like, it's like, we're just people. That's like the main message. Like, we are just people. We're flesh and blood. You may be watching us on Twitch or YouTube, but we are just, well, I don't even fucking consider myself a YouTuber, but it's just people. And why be a prick towards those people?
Yeah.
I simply don't get it, but yeah.
How's your YouTube comment section? Do you read them, or do they give you brain rot?
Well, I'm trying, but like YouTube for some reason is not like giving me all the notifications, and then I go to like a, I don't know, 10 days old video, and I see that there's like 50 new comments, and like the video has like 10,000 views, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? But I'm trying to respond to most of those, but like, there's White Knights, and there's, let's call them Dark Knights.
Sure.
And then there's like people in between, and I'm not trying to appeal to anyone. I'm just like stating what I think, what I feel. And I'm trying to be like truthful to myself and to like the community that's watching. And I gotta say, I love my community, but there are some people that are just like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, like I've basically turned it into like a little game. Like every time I post a video, I just take the most ridiculous comment and post it in Discord, and everybody just is like question marks. It's like, where does this stuff come from? Like, who are these people? How do these things come to your mind? It's wild. The YouTube comment section is another place of this planet that I never knew existed. It's crazy, dude. So
like speaking
I
of
do skim through
like,
now. Oh yeah, he's here. I do skim through now, but it's tough sometimes. It can literally give you brain rot.
Yeah, I saw like the White Knights just being White Knights on Morphologist's video that he made about like, should we play Star Citizen in this year? Like, dudes, like, he's being honest.
Yeah,
like the whole video is completely honest. And like, why would you bash on him?
Because he was their golden boy. That's the thing. Is Morphologist came in and made videos about like the art a lot, which is obviously the best part of the game, right? So there's our boy. They fall in love with him, and the second he has an opinion that differs from them, oh my god, forget it. We must tear him down. Like that is like stupid. This is one of the most, I hate it because this is one of the best and one of the most toxic communities all at the same time. Yeah. And it's crazy how toxic they are in that direction. Like, you cannot say anything bad about Chris Roberts and his little game.
Yeah. This is like one of the, like, maybe the only community that I know of that you can like have 18-year-old, me, like a 35-year-old and a 65-year-old in a org, in a party playing together. Yeah. And that's amazing. Yeah. But some of the people in this community, and it's not it's a small community though. Like, you can see like, yeah, there's 3.5 million accounts, but most of them are like old accounts.
I have like 5 or 6. Yeah.
Exactly. And like, I don't know, there's maybe 1 million of us playing, and like 250,000 playing on a weekly basis, right? Because you go onto a server and you see the same people every time.
Of course.
If it's US, if it's EU, you're going to recognize the names. And like, why are people being such pricks like towards each other? I don't fucking get it. No. Like, I have experience with Project Reality, as I said, which is like a predecessor to Squad, and Squad is amazing, an amazing game. If you like realism and all of that, you should try it. It's basically, if you like Star Citizen, you're probably gonna like Squad. But that community, Project Reality community, was really small because it's a mod for Battlefield 2, and it's like 15 years old now or something like that. And it was like 5,000 people, 10,000 people playing, and that's it. And we knew, like, it's amazing having a game that, like, you see somebody ran over by a tank, and you're just like, oh, it's him. Fuck that guy, I know him. And he's like across the world, and like you just know that he's like a asshole. But yeah, like we have basically, well, it's on a bit like a larger scale in Star Citizen, but we have basically the same amount of people. Yep. Like we know it. We could know each other.
Sure.
But I have a member in my community, and he was like, I met him before I made a YouTube channel, and he was having like a meltdown in global chat. And he was saying all the like most fucking awful words because he got like pirated by a pirate group.
Sure.
And I was like, dude, just chill, hop into Discord with me. I sent him my like whatever it's called. I'm fairly new to Discord, so the code, whatever.
Yeah.
And we talked. I helped him to get like all the money back. I sent him some money. I like showed him how to like do the exploit. It's not really an exploit. With the prospector, you go rock mining and you just like zap the rocks with the prospector on like 0%. You know about that, right?
Oh yeah. The ROC mining, right? Yeah.
Yeah, rock mining, but like ROC mining, but
those gems.
With the prospector.
Yeah,
those gems. Yep. And he made the money back, and he was grateful, etc. And I didn't know like anything like. We didn't talk about anything later. I don't even know if I had him on my friends list in the Discord. And at some point, somebody attacked me on what was it? I think it was like Star Citizen refunds.
Okay.
And attacked me or attacked my video. Yeah, and that dude shows up and tells them the story like that we had. And yeah, I talked to him. I tried to like not fix him, but like tell him that like he's wrong, he shouldn't like react like that, it's a game, blah blah blah. And he was grateful enough to like defend me on whatever on Reddit. And afterwards he found my channel and he was like, dude, I'm so happy that you doing YouTube. And like that's how small the fucking community is.
Yep.
Like we do affect each other, so there's no point in like attacking each other and being a troll or a piece of shit to each other.
Yeah, 100%.
That's at least my opinion.
I agree. I mean, I got the text that it's probably time to start wrapping up, but not quite yet. Okay. Is there anything that you want to ask me? Anything else? Because you did ask me something earlier.
Could you remind me?
What you asked? What we talked about, like what keeps me going with YouTube? How do I do it?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, you answered already. So
yeah, I don't know if there was anything else. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else I can ask you.
How do you like the sticks? I love them.
Dude, it changed. The VKBs changed. Like, it's tough because they reached out and they're sponsoring now, so it's tough to talk about it this way. But I said these things before I ever thought they knew I existed. It was night and day. I went from being really bad and really uncomfortable with flying to it just the way it feels in my hand and the way how smoothly they move and how like they don't snap back to center, all that. Like I just absolutely I just absolutely love them, and it changed everything for me. I actively want to PvP more because I have the sticks. I want to fly more. I want to be better. Like, I want to pay more attention to that stuff. I don't feel like I have the time or the patience to dedicate to it, but I sort of want to, and it's literally because of the sticks. It's wild.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would change.
Could you set me up with the sponsorship?
Yeah, I could. Well, I can put you in contact with them for sure.
Yeah, I tried to contact Virpal so I can do like a comparison video between the WikiBees. Yeah, they responded. They responded and they said we're gonna respond, and that was like 3 months ago.
Yeah, they send their sticks out to like who do they send them out to? They send them out to Noob and one other creator who's like I know him well, and his name's at the tip of my tongue. I really apologize for not remembering him. He makes like these really highly like very well done videos. Do you guys know the name in chat? Can you help me? Why is it escaping? He's in the military. Very military based channel, kind of. Snake Eater, thank you. Yep, Snake Eater. They send him out those as well. So those are two that I know for sure, but many people do. They got to pay that entry fee for those damn sticks, man. They're super expensive. I'll never buy them.
Yeah,
they're so expensive.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to test them out. To be honest, I would love to test out the Gunfighters bases against these here, the NXTs, because I've heard really good things about those and that they're like better than the Whirlpools. I don't know. But I might like shoot an email to the VKBs because it would be fun. Like I know that like when I made a review video of the VKBs, I know for a fact that like 20-something people bought the VKBs because of that video, because most of them are in my community channel or the org.
Sure, I can definitely put you in contact with them because they're really open and they seem really nice. About you had to do a Borat thing, didn't you?
I had to do a Borat.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about that because my community was kind of toxic too, back towards you, right? They were calling you Borat.
Yeah,
because of your accent.
Junquish, very nice,
very nice.
My girlfriend is not here to like. I wanted to kiss her on the stream and say, "This is my sister."
Oh my god. Yeah, man. But no,
I'm Serbian. Like I'm doing my best speaking a foreign language that I didn't speak for like I don't know 15 years. I had nobody.
When did you start more with like did you start basically with the YouTube channel, like speaking more English or having to do it more often?
Yeah,
that's why. Dude, no American can ever make fun of anybody for like you speak English better than most Americans speak English, dude. And the whole thing is we only speak one language. We don't speak anything else. Most of us can't speak two languages. I certainly can't. I'm picking up a little bit of Spanish from my wife. That's it. But there is like we can never shame anybody for the way they speak our language because.
And the funniest thing is that I've like
we can't speak theirs.
English when I was a kid and I was learning English from like Cartoon Network, and afterwards I learned it from like Tupac, Notorious Big, and all of that like rap scene.
Yeah.
So that's why I sound like I sound. But
yeah, no, it's you shouldn't. I'm trying to think of the word too. See, I'm not very good at English either. You shouldn't be self-conscious about it. You're perfectly fine. Your English is
thank you.
Totally normal. Like there's no situation where whatever you've said during the entire show, I didn't have a complete 100% understanding of exactly what you mean.
Yeah, well, I told you like yesterday night. I was a bit self-conscious. Like I'm not like when I went to like TV shows to debate or to play my music or whatever. If I did like big shows, I didn't have like that much of feeling in my guts like I had yesterday. Because like, what if I just like get like just stop and don't know what to say?
Yeah.
I am playing with my org and talking to my org like a lot, and that's really helped me because like if you watch my first videos, it's just like trash, dude. Like the microphone I was on my laptop sitting over there on the fucking couch and just making videos.
I should go back and watch some of my first ones too. They're terrible. It just is. That's just how it is, you know.
Yeah, they're always gonna be cringe. Yeah. But
oh my god,
I'm improving. I'm trying. I'm doing my best, guys. Please.
You're doing great. No, do you know what I think the mic that I used for my first video, do you know the mic that has like the bass and there's like the long stick that sticks out and you press the button?
The Genius, the table mic?
Yeah, that was the mic. Yeah. It was like this really shitty version of that.
That made an album with that mic, dude.
Wow.
I swear to God.
That's wild.
I can send it to you. It's amazing.
I would love to listen to that. That'd be super funny. Oh man. What do you think about here? This will be the last thing we talk about here. As someone who creates music, what do you think about someone who like me who doesn't listen to music at all. Do you think we're psychopaths?
Wait, what?
I don't listen to any music.
Bye. Goodbye.
I don't.
How?
I don't know.
How do you live your life? Like,
I don't
okay,
know.
you don't like the current fucking pop music is just trash. Like most, even if you go like dig a bit deeper, it's still gonna be trash because those guys are trying to make it into the pop scene, right?
Yeah.
But if you dig a lot deeper, or if you listen to something older, like it's music is there to like make you emotional. Music is there to like make you. Do you watch stand up?
Sometimes.
Okay, so stand up is well, is this the right word? Like the abbreviated form of all the arts, right? Like not
Okay.
the
No, I think you're right.
The right word?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's a shortened version of like a theater in a way, right?
Yeah,
and movies and
it's,
all that stuff.
yeah, and it's there to like make you feel something, right?
Okay.
That's the same with music. Like if you, let's say, if you listen to Beatles, even though people are gonna be pissed off because it's really old, there's so much to hear and to feel there that like, why would you miss out on that? Like, I can send you some Beatles songs. Like Beatles, fucking, they were the guys that invented heavy metal. Jimi Hendrix was the guy that invented most of the musical effects that we have right now in music, so or in audio production, in like whatever. But like music currently is just made for like marketing, and you shouldn't have asked me this as the last question, because I'm gonna fucking talk for hours.
Go off.
Yeah. No, fuck it. But you need to listen to music. Come on, dude. Like it's made to like it's made from the heart. It's the only thing. Like if you go with other arts, painting, whatever the other thing is when you make a cup or a face with hands. What was the word for it? What's the name of it?
Ceramics.
Ceramics, maybe. I don't know. I know in Serbia it doesn't matter. But all of that is not like abstract. Music is the only thing that is abstract, that like comes from somewhere around you. I'm not gonna talk about God because I don't believe in one, but it just is there and just happens. And if you manage, and like really good artists do that, they manage to put up like a tiny bit of their soul into it. Like it's not about like Bob Dylan is a terrible fucking singer, but dude, his music is amazing. Okay. His music is like his lyrics, the background music and all of that is just amazing. Then you have like, I don't know, Aretha Franklin or Dinah Washington, great fucking vocals and great music. And like you can always find something for you, like Bruce Springsteen, for example.
I'm from New Jersey. That's our boss. That's like everybody loves him in New Jersey. But I listened to, when I was in high school and college, I listened to like kind of poppy 2000s punk.
Mm-hmm.
That was
also like Offspring and all of that.
A little bit of Offspring, but it was more like more local stuff. So I don't know how familiar you are with like the band Brand New or Thursday or trying to think of some of the other names.
That didn't like make it across the pond. So
no, probably not. They were like they were more like they're popular here, but they were like more sceney back then. But yeah, it was. That was what I listened to, but then I just kind of stopped. I don't know. But I was never. Music never made me feel emotions as much as like other things do. Like I feel like architecture and art makes me feel more emotion than music does. But maybe I have no soul.
Maybe no. Unless you dye your hair, then maybe. But
Chad thinks I'm a psycho.
Maybe you just listen to the wrong kind of music.
That's a good point. Yeah, probably did.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like there's a lot of stuff that is like deep in the crates, if you're talking about like vinyl, that is amazing and that like a lot of people should hear. And you're one of the guys, I guess, that should hear. Like, come on.
You want to know what's crazy? I was very, 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 very good at the trumpet, to the point where like they were starting to take me out of sports. Like they were trying to take more time from me, and I just dropped it and never played again. Because I didn't.
Why, though?
Because I didn't enjoy it as much, even though I was good at it. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't vibe with the guys in the band, like the symphony or whatever that we were in. I thought that they were weird, and I had way more fun playing sports. And when they wanted me to take more time out of sports to do that, I was like, I don't want to do that because I enjoy the sports more.
That could be bad teaching, to be honest. Did they teach you improvisation or like to play with your instruments?
No, we just
not play
played
the
sheet
instrument,
music.
but play with it.
No,
Okay, well,
just sheet music.
Why.
Yeah,
that's why I know a bunch of people that that went to the academy here, music academies, and in Berkeley, I have a bunch of friends that like went to Berkeley, and some of them are just bored with music. They see them like see their instrument as a job, and that's it, and they don't fucking want to play it. It's just like, yeah, this is my thing, and I guess I'm gonna do it. But dude, like, it's so much more than that. If you have a right teacher, I didn't have a teacher.
Yeah.
I was completely like just YouTubing stuff and trying to learn stuff. But yeah, if like with right teacher, you can actually enjoy and play with your instrument and play with music, and then it actually becomes awesome.
That's cool. Yeah, like even my cousin, I think it runs in our family. My brother, my father, my cousins, they're all super musically inclined. And like my cousins are like crazy violinists. And one of them is now graduated college. And she used it to get through college, but doesn't play at all anymore. And she was like state champion, all this stuff in Florida and everything. And my other cousin, same thing. And they just, it could just be that, right? They didn't allow them to enjoy it. That's interesting.
Yeah.
You'll have to send me some music.
Okay.
You
want
some
like Star Citizen music or some my music or not my music, the music that I listen to?
Whatever you think might inspire some emotions or something.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that my intro song, the full version of it, is gonna inspire some emotions.
It's catchy. It's definitely catchy.
Did you hear the full version?
Never heard the full version. Only hear it from your intro. It's very catchy.
Okay, okay. I did it for 1,000 subscribers. I'm gonna send it to you.
Nice.
But I'll send you some Beatles and Bruce Springsteen and all of that.
All right, sounds good. Well, I guess Grumpy, this is where we'll call it, because we're gonna go get together with some family today. So we did start the show a little bit early. But yeah, thanks for coming on. It was really nice to just talk to you, get to know you better.
Thank you for calling me.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks for interacting with me. I think occasionally I get people that are like, you should bring this person on the show. You should bring that person on the show. And it's like, but I don't know them in any capacity whatsoever. Like, I like to bring people on that I interact with and would like to interact with. I don't want to bring people on just because they made some video and it's popular, or just because they're this person in the community. I don't care about that stuff. So thank you for interacting with me. Thank you for being cool. And hopefully our relationship will keep growing, and I appreciate it.
Of course.
I've made so many more friends just through this podcast than I have in the last 3 years doing any streams or anything like that. So it's been cool.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it, man. I think you're really cool. And before we go, where can people find you? Do you have anything cool that you want to share? Anything you're doing Star Citizen wise?
Well, no. I mean, my YouTube, Grumpy High on YouTube, and that's it.
So just Google
like,
Grumpy Eye, and you should be able to find him, right? No problem.
Yeah. Like over there, you can see my other channels for my music, but it's in Serbian, so it's not gonna be like that interesting to most of you guys. But yeah, other than that, that's it. I don't know. Cool. I wasn't prepared for this question. I'm sorry.
No problem. What about your org? If people wanted to join your org, is it mostly like bounty hunting and stuff like that? You said you're vigilantes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like we have some people that like go mining, but like it's we try to keep it at like PvP.
Okay.
And we're trying to get better with it, because like whenever those guys that are mining join, they're just like a liability basically, and
Sure.
we got to take care of them. And we love them because we know them for a year now basically, but it's still like we're mainly a PvP org. But there's a link in each of my videos. There's a link to the org and to my Discord, like community Discord, whatever you call it.
I'll make sure to link those below the podcast as well. Okay, so if anybody's interested in joining his org, what's the name of the org again? Just so people have more from it. Overlords. There you go. So there's more familiar.
It's in the lore of the game. That's why my friends chose the name.
Yeah, cool. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I learned that through the Mongrel Squad video. Actually, it was the lore of your org. So yeah, cool. But all right. Grumpy, thank you again for popping on. I'll do a quick little outro and then say goodbye to everybody. But thank you very much. It was a great time, and yeah, let's keep in touch, and maybe we'll pop in game and play together one of these days.
We should.
All right, bro. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you, man. Bye, Grumpy. Now let me close the call somehow. There we go. Yeah, guys, that was Grumpy Eye. That was really, really fun. I really enjoyed that. He is a really cool dude, down to earth. It would be awesome. He just seems like a cool dude to hang out with, right? I mean, that would be the way I would describe him. I bet you he'd be a really good time to just hang out with, shoot shit, and talk about whatever, because that's basically what we did now, and it felt super natural. I felt super comfortable the whole time. It was nice. So yeah, really cool dude. I think you guys should check out his videos. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, they'll be linked in the description down below. But yeah, Grumpy Eye on YouTube. So if you guys want to check him out, that was really cool. Yeah, so we touched on a lot of things, man. A lot of things. So that was awesome. And at the very end, music, which is something that I knew you guys would think I was a little weird about, but yeah, I just never got into it. I also didn't watch a lot of movies growing up. So yeah, I was outside, seeing grass, breathing oxygen. Have you guys ever done that before? I don't know. But that'll do it for this week's podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Talking with Grumpy Eye. Thank you very much, guys. If you're watching on Twitch and you didn't catch the whole show, it will be up on YouTube later. If you're watching on YouTube and you ever want to stop by and be a part of the show, usually we talk about a certain topic and bring anybody who wants to talk about that topic on the show. Really no restrictions there other than a couple people for just being weird. So if you guys aren't super weird and you want to come on the show, feel free to do it. And we could talk about whatever the topic is that day. And that would be through discord.gg/SaltEMike and twitch.tv/SaltEMike, Sunday mornings, Eastern time. So usually 9 to 10 a.m. All right? Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.